also we got some international pieces. Had to grab hold of this. Look at this. This is the Ford Sierra. Looks a little bit sad, droopy at the front there. I'm not sure what that's all about. It doesn't appear to be physically harmed in any way. It must have just been a dodgy casting. This is from the international period. Well, quite late actually by the looks of it. This is a made in Thailand piece, 1983. So this could well have been released in around about 98 or thereabouts. Brilliant tampos on there though. If anyone knows anything about the Tudor Webesto Manx Rally and the British Open Rally Championship, and the driver there, N. Cooper, Nicky Cooper, Nigel Cooper. Here we go. Here's another nice piece. This is a quite recent Matchbox. This is you can see, look there, made in Thailand. The old Thing, quite nice. The Thing, very fashionable right now apparently. There you go. Also found a red Silver Ghost. Is it a Silver Ghost or Phantom? Let's have a look. The Spirit, a Silver Spirit. There, look at that. Fabulous. From the international period. This one's got opening doors. It's got some chips. One or two perhaps previously not so careful owners. Yeah, could do with a bit of work, that one. And also found a school bus. This one is a Matchbox International school bus. Again, it's a bit chipped out. I think I've got one somewhere, but I had to grab it. You know what I'm like with buses. Really nice piece actually. Very, very nice actually. Very, very, very nice. And finally, I suppose the best piece out of all these mid-range Matchbox would have to be this one here. This is an international. It looks like it was made in England. Or no, sorry, made in China. There we go. So it's quite a late international. Post Macau. This one's got the old suicide doors there. Sporting the Union Jack London taxi on one side, and very little else on the other side. And there you go. So I suppose that's it there. Look, your passenger will jump in there maybe. Well, actually over here the passenger jumps in there, so that's what the passenger would see, and the rest of the world would see that. Actually very, very good condition. I gave this one a polish just to brighten it up a little bit because it was looking a bit stained. Marvellous stuff. Actually, one here, compared to the other taxi, pretty cool. Well, we have been getting some good old tat, haven't we, here today? So let's move straight into this piece. This is presumably a super fast vehicle from 1976. It does look rather newer than that though. Number 28. It's doing rather well actually for its age. The old shovel vehicle, whatever it's called the tractor shovel. There we go. Rather nice in yellow and rouge. And we also have a rouge Pontiac Firebird. Now this is very good actually. This one, it's got a good suspension, fairly good condition. Let me see the Pontiac Firebird, Leslie, made in England. In black, this would make a rather exceptional Night Rider, would it not? This is a much nicer model than the Ertl. Very, very, very nice piece. And here we have a super fast. Wow, the Monteverde. Haven't seen a Monteverde in a long, long time. Not sure how long it was in the lineup for. Probably add something down at the bottom now. Well, we'll look at the base. There we are. Look, number 3 from 1973. So yeah, there you go. Short-lived. I think number 3. Yeah, it's one of those ones, isn't it? Would have had a tampo on the front there, and probably a little bit more paint around the edges. But overall condition, not too bad at all. And talking about not too bad at all, is this piece here. A bus. Every bus I see I get hold of. I've got loads of these now. This is a Leyland Titan from 81. It's not really a super fast or a Lesney, and I don't know how it managed to slip into this section, but there it is. Brilliant. It's got all its stickers, just needs a bit of a clean up and a touch of paint possibly. Awesome. Let's have a look at some Lesnies now. Wow. Whoa dear. Now this is rather nice. This is a number 13. It's all in one piece though, except for it's missing a bit of rivet action down the base there. See, it's number 13, the Dodge Wreck Truck, made in England, Lesney. Very good. It's all there. Just needs a bit of help. And talking about things that need a bit of help, there's a whole load of old trucks. Oh dear. I've got a Dodge stake bed from number 4. Look. I've got quite a few of these now. This one's actually sports a double wheeler at the back. I don't remember that. I'll have to look into that situation. That's pretty cool. And also we have this Ford like grit truck. This one actually, I think it's still, no, it's not got the grit. Has it got the gritting device that's working still? Oh yeah, it seems to be in there. That piece there, I'm sure that slots out. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you stick your grit in and it pours out this little channel at the bottom there. Number 70. Awesome. Also this BP kind of prototype strange intercity fuel transporter. I've seen a few of these in my travels. The auto tanker. It comes from the major pack number 1, there we go, which is a special pack featuring a few vehicles, possibly these two together. Would be rather splendid, would it not? Awesome. And finally, it's not a Matchbox, it's a Husky. And it's a little Husky, well, it's a COE Land Rover, forward control Land Rover. I've been looking for one of these for quite a while. I had one as a kid, in fact I had 2 as a kid. Played with it to death, and it was rather nice to find this. Unfortunately, it's got horrible paint splattered all over it, but you know, it's pretty horrible anyway, so that's okay. And finally, some interesting stuff to finish. What is this? Wow, this kind of looks like an American truck of some sort, some kind of Chevy or Packard or something. It's an Esso hauler. It's got remnants of a big Esso sticker on the back there. It's actually made out of plastic. It's got a big hole in the roof. This was actually stuffed inside there. So I imagine that was a burnt piece of metal shoved in there, which is a shame. And nice little wheels there. Solid metal wheels. Absolutely rusted in position. And who makes it? Well, I never. It's a Lego. Yeah, these things were around in the mid-60s, so or mid to late 60s, when you bought those, remember those road sets with the Lego bricks on the side and the flat road in the middle? These things were designed to roll down the middle of those. So that's a rather interesting piece. And if anyone knows anything else about these Lego pieces, let me know. Very, very cool. I should imagine it was made in Denmark or somewhere. Number 2. Pretty good. Solid Lego plastic. Pretty good stuff, actually. How about this then? Managed to keep the blue light in the top there. When I got this, the blue light was actually flicking around inside there on the back seats. And I'm sure during the course of this little review, it will probably fall off. But there we go. You can see it's got some engine detail, opening bonnet. It has opening doors. Yeah, with a bit of interior detail, some seat textures. It has an opening boot. Let's have a look in the back there. Somewhere to put your police cones and your other bits of police equipment. There's obviously sparse of that right now because it's out of service, because it's in rather poor condition. It sports plastic tyres on metal rims and front steering. Check this out. Yep, as you can see there, it's an MP series, Ford Zodiac estate in 159 scale, so not such a bad scale. And these are Lone Star models. They also sport the twinkling lamps at the front there. Very, very high-end piece this, when it's in good condition. I think these are very expensive. But this one just needs a little bit of love, I think, to bring it back. I'm not sure where we're going to find some more sparkly headlamps though. And finally, a couple of little stars, staying with the police theme. Found this. What a beauty. Now, it's not a Moco. It is, however, a budgie. And as you do know, we should know, I kind of look out for budgies. And this was a budgie piece I was looking for in particular. It's an old Woolsley 680, number 5 police car. And Budgie is a cheaper manufacturer. It's made out of fairly cheap, looks like cheap Zodiac, but isn't she a beauty? You can imagine this thing when it was fresh, nice and shiny, dark blue, with a good shiny loud hailers on the top there. Yeah, this thing just needs bringing back to what it was, and it actually has Moco style metal wheels. One wonders whether the Moco or Lesney, once they transferred over to plastic, I wonder if this firm took the Moco wheels and used them for its own. Almost seems like they're inside out, but no, they're not. But it uses the Moco style of wheel clamping and everything. Old technology, perhaps they passed on the machinery to Budgie to make these cheaper models. Beautiful bit of English history there. And the star car of the day finally managed to get hold of a number 12B. Here she is, 12B. I've been looking high and low for this car. And the funny story goes with this one is I went to that model shop in Stamford long time ago now, must be about 18 months ago, and I saw this car sitting in the shelves, and I was like, oh, how much is that? And he goes, oh, that'll be £12. I was like, oh, £12 for this? I'm not paying that much for one of these. I'm gonna go and have a look and see if I can find one out there in the wild. 18 months later, searching high and low, still didn't find one. Now it's got a few imperfections. You see it's got no tow hitch and a little snap roof there. So I went back to the shop despondently, thought I'd take a few photographs while I was there, and paid £10 for it. But given the price of everything else, I thought, well, okay, I'll stretch my £10. So there are, number 12B, finally in the collection, and it's not in too bad shape really, given its age and its distinctiveness. Very nice. Thanks everybody for watching. It's K5 saying ta-ta for now, and yeah, got a toy show to go to, so that's going to be an interesting haul too.